Hi, everyone, and welcome to Virtual Psychology. This is Mr. Elling speaking. So this is just a quick introduction video to the class. I'm going to show you some of the important documents, the syllabus, and what to expect in this quarter, as well as the slide deck and the calendar and how that all is supposed to work. So first, I'm going to start with Google Classroom. So here's the home page, which is Stream. In here, I'll post like updates. Like Zoom updates can be posted in here, deadline updates, things like that. If I need to reach out to you, this is where I'll do it as well through Google Classroom. For the most part, though, all of the classroom information, like different sections, units, quizzes, tests, and other useful information will all be in the classwork section. It'll be sectioned off like this. So when you see it tomorrow, there'll be a new section, your intro will be posted here too. But if you look, everything you need for class information is posted in here, as well as this video that I'm currently making. So it's important you check the classwork section, not just the stream in my Google Classroom, because this is where I'll be posting the bulk of needed daily information that you'll need throughout the sections. For instance, things will all be bunched together by section. So like we have the intro to psychology, everything you need for the intro will be put in the introduction section. You'll see how it works when you get in and get acclimated to, this class. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is this slide deck calendar I have clicked on right here. So if you click on this link in my classroom, it comes up saying Psychology, Mr. Elling, you know you're in the right place. I should put the grades here as well. So if you look around, there's a Meet the Teacher page. There's important information on schedule. There's the purpose of the slide deck, which I'll leave this here and I'll read it to you, because this is pretty much what we'll be using this for each day. The slide deck is created to show students what we are doing in class each day. When used with Google Classroom, we'll provide all the instructions, materials, and assessments needed for the class. Sometimes it will be used in Google Classroom. However, its main purpose is to provide guidance for what should be done each day if we are learning online, homesick, in quarantine, on vacation, or away from school for any reason. Click on the current date on the calendars in the following slides to find the information on what is happening in class that day and the instructions on how to complete projects and assessments. If at any point you are confused, feel free to contact me via my email. So if you go to the next slide, this is what we're talking about with the calendar. So you can click, let's say Monday, the first day. There's a link right here you can click. It was just the next slide. Then here you'll see the daily instructions. I'll have links to the materials in Google Classroom put right here, probably the instruction sheet for each section. In each instruction sheet, there will also be links for you. Again, it's pretty easy. You'll see how it works as you get acclimated tomorrow. So the important thing with this slide deck is that you check it every single day. So for the second, you should look at what you're doing. For the third, fourth, fifth, so on and so forth, you need to come back here and check this calendar. Due dates for the sections will be posted in here as well as on the instruction sheets. It's important this information sees you every single day. So remember to check the slide deck every single day. It can be found in the class information section on Google Classroom. Right, the next part is going to be pretty short and sweet. It's the syllabus. So I have everything you need posted right here for the class. Grading scales down here. Different expectations, how things work are always posted in here as well. Be sure you review this before you start the class. All information will be posted in here that you definitely need, as well as the online expectations. Okay. And then lastly is the online expectations. So this is a document for those who are learning online. If you're at home sick, this is how online school works for Mr. Elling's virtual psychology class. Right, so if you click here, this document will be important to you understanding how this class operates in an online format. This contains information about attendance, meetings, and other important topics pertaining to online learning. So again, really, really important that you become familiar with this document. I have my email in the Google Classroom link with the code in case it's ever needed. That's the online code. Okay, now, so it has my attendance policy. If you are full-time online, attendance will operate as follows. Students will be responsible for completing at least 3/4 of each section by the ending due date posted on the instruction sheet in Google Classroom for each section. So if I post a 3-day section, you need to turn in 75% of the information by the end due date to be counted in attendance. It's going to be really important that we stick to this throughout the quarter and make sure you don't fall behind, to make sure we're not having truancy tickets and issues with attendance, okay? I'll contact you guys tomorrow, talk about this more in a Zoom meeting coming up this week, on Wednesday most likely, just to make sure we're all on the same page when it comes to this attendance policy. If a student does not meet the attendance requirement above, they will be marked absent pending a discussion with me via email, Zoom, or call. So I'll probably let you know that you're going to be marked absent, get you on task. Hopefully it's just a matter of turning a few things in, and we're good to go. If you're ever having trouble making the attendance deadline, please email me as soon as possible to solve this issue. Items used in determination of attendance range from the completion of assignments, note check turn-ins, readings, quizzes, tests, projects, videos, etc. This will be clearly laid out in the instruction sheet. So again, going back to Google Classroom, this will be laid out in sections like you see here. And actually, let me dive into World Affairs for an example. This is what I used this quarter. So like right here, we had an apartheid section. This is what I'm talking about. Everything you need will be posted right in here. Back to this. So everything you need to turn in for attendance will be in that section. And we'll put on the instruction sheet what needs to be turned in. So I'll be doing things like checking your notes to make sure you're following along. There'll be fill in the blank notes for each unit that'll be posted in Google Classroom as well. Make sure to use the following links and all the slide decks and things like that, again, to see all the information. Okay, so there's assignments that need to be turned in by the dates, quizzes, readings, things like that need to be turned in and done by the due date. It's how we need to keep attendance this year, especially with virtual learning. So just know that different things will be designated for attendance and they need to be turned in. Here's my contact information. Just know that between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. is the best time each day during the week. And I'm usually checking my email on Sunday as well. So sending it late at night, I might not get to it, but if it's between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m., I will most likely be able to answer right away. Here's more about the slide deck. Again, it's important. I'll have it updated by 8 a.m. on every school day. Ready to go up and running for you. If I forget, please send me an email and I'll get that done to you guys right away. It's important you guys stay up to date just like you were in regular school. This is in my syllabus and it's also on here, but Google Classroom policy. It's going to be really important that you check this each day. You turn in assignments through here each day. This should be an active website in your life. I recommend bookmarking Google Classroom on your Chromebook. That way you can access it really easy. So the Google Classroom policy. Everything for class will be posted in the Google Classroom. The Google Classroom page needs to be checked daily for updates and the completion of that day's tasks. All of the sections will be found in the classwork section. The separate sections will contain all of that section's teaching and learning materials. Again, section, stream, we talked about that earlier. It's important you recognize that. The homepage on Google Classroom will be used for announcements, meeting information, and any other needed information. Again, it is imperative you check this every day to be in tune with the class. So assignments, projects, tasks will all be completed and turned in using Google Classroom unless noted otherwise. Each section will have a posted due date in which work needed to be completed and turned in by. Which work needs to be turned in and completed and turned in by. See attendance policy above, you see how it works. So there'll be different section headings, and these are all in red. So online PowerPoint and video will be put there. This will be where I put different pre-recordings, or maybe they're live from that day that I taught. In here, there'll be the PowerPoint video, so you can go back in and watch it and take your notes with. Again, they'll be posted with the section heading that's here in red. The note packet for the unit will be posted in the note packet section, if you will. Again, make sure you're turning that in when I ask for it, filling in the blank. It'll be found in the note packet section. Worksheets. These will be instructional activities that are not taken for a grade, but are used in determining attendance. These things are really helping deepen your learning. It could be activities, it could be labs. It could be a lot of different things that are important that you do so you can do well in the class, so you can succeed. And again, it's posted for attendance. Videos, everything that I use in lectures, PowerPoints, if it's a video for an assessment or an assignment, it'll be put here and clearly marked what it's for. Each video will be. So be sure to check the video file folder for anything that you need. And then there's assignments and assessments. So assignments, these can be projects, quizzes, they can be a lot of different things, but anything that you need to turn in for a grade and attendance will be posted in assignments. This could be, for instance, in your first unit, you have a welcome to my office assignment where you're creating the office, like a Bitmoji classroom, you're creating the office of a psychologist. This will be the assignment portion of that section. Assessments will be all tests and quizzes. These will be like the final section quiz or the unit test will be posted here, as well as the study guide so that you can go in and prep for each test and you can be ready. And this is where you'll find the actual test itself. And then this is meeting information. Just so you know that every Wednesday at 10 a.m. I'll have just an open Zoom that you guys can drop in, ask questions, check on how I'm doing. We can check on how you're doing, pretty much anything you want. In that 10 a.m. session, I'll be there for at least 30 minutes each Wednesday. And then there'll be other Zooms throughout the week too, depending on like test reviews, important information, if it's an assignment, a meeting, things like that. You kind of have the right to schedule them at any time. Just know as well that the 10 a.m. ones on Wednesdays are not mandatory for attendance, but they'll be really helpful if you need to have a question or just want to say hi or check in. So another thing as well is that if you want to set up a private Zoom meeting, like a one-on-one, just for maybe a little quick 5-minute question, or maybe you want to go over a test or quiz, just email me and we can find a common time to get that done. Okay? So like I said, this is your online expectations. We've looked at Google Classroom already. Should I go here? We looked at classwork and what we need to do, the slide deck. If you have any other questions, please be sure to reach out and let me know. My email is posted all over the place here, so you can go find that if it's needed. Hope you guys have a good quarter. I want to, I'm making this online for the first time. I used Plato last quarter. I'm hoping that we can get you along here stress-free, and hopefully you learn, take away quite a bit about psych. Again, if you have any questions at any point, please make sure to email or reach out. Thanks. Have a great quarter.